Bonjour, mes amis. So here we are. Look at me with technology. I figured out how to put my face on the corner. We'll see how this works today. So anyhow, hope you're doing well. I've been watching you work on VHL, and I've been talking to a few of you when you've been stuck on different things. You guys seem to be doing much better this week. Maybe you're just more into the swing of things. Please make sure if you have questions that you ask. Um, don't just let it go. I am here hanging out, waiting for your questions, so ask away. Anyhow, this week I thought you deserved a bit of a break in a way, not a break, but we're going to work on some of your reading skills in French and literature and throw in some culture with it. We are just finishing up the chapter that had fashion. We talked about clothes. We talked about different things. So this culture section is all about fashion, which it'd be sad to talk about France and French without talking about fashion, because Paris is one of the fashion capitals of the world. And I think it's a pretty interesting topic. So I hope you enjoy it as well. So this section is called Le Monde de France. This is exactly how you're going to see it on your VHL when you click on there. I do want to show you, when I first pulled it up, it looked kind of tiny to me. So I increased it a little bit. You can zoom it in even more. So as you're reading it, right, you're going to want it as big as you need it to read. So I'm just zoom in a whole lot. So you can like really zoom in and go through it that way. Okay, this is also in your book. So if you have the downloaded version of the book, you're welcome to open it that way if that's easier for you. But I do have this linked as one of your assignments on VHL, so you'll be able to see it right on there. I'm going to zoom out so you get the whole idea of what you're going to be looking at. So anyhow, you're going to be reading these pages. We've done this in class before with the culture pages, right? So you're going to read these 2 pages, and then there's going to be some questions that you're going to be answering. The nice thing that you're going to notice this time is that when you go to answer them, there's a lot more that are multiple choice and things like that compared to in class. If you remember these questions that we usually have at the bottom here, I don't know if I can get them. The vrai ou faux, and you usually would have to write in your own words to make it true if it was false, right? So I do think that this is definitely an assignment that you'll be fine on when you work through it. So you're going to actually just use this page to read, and then I'm going to minimize our view. And you would go back after you're done reading through it. I would suggest take a piece of paper out, write some things down as you're reading about them. You do know that we have, sorry guys, sometimes they give you right, so it's kind of small to see it. Hang on. Let's see if I can zoom down there. Okay, remember some of the words that we haven't had yet, they're going to put in bold down here with what they mean in English, and they'll tell you that they'll give you a little degree signs. For example, donc means therefore. Okay, so we don't want you to be thrown off by words that you're not really familiar with, but you know, they do have some of these newer words down here for you as well. Here's where you're going to find your assignments. Remember, your overdues are all right up there. If you haven't turned in the things that are due today on Friday, they're right here. I am talking about the ones that are next Friday. That'll be May 8th. I give you always a week to do them. Some of you I saw want to get them done and over with sooner. That is completely fine. Do them when you feel like you have the time to dedicate to it. So when I click on it, so you do have the one where you can watch that has all the words and you're going to read through it. Take a piece of paper out, write down key things as you're reading. And then again, compared to how we usually do this in class, this is going to be much more manageable for you because it's just going to be a simple vrai ou faux. And go back to the article if you are stuck. I believe if we click, see where this says the little book, you click on that book. I got to my flash paper, gotta allow it. It'll open up those pages that I was just showing you. Okay, guys? So please reference back and forth. You might want to have this on like a double screen also to help you. But that's going to be right there, right above where you are, so you won't have to worry about not having that access to the article as you guys are answering the questions. And then we have a few more. Let's see. This one you are going to have to write a little bit here in French. The accents again are right next to it. So if I click on this A, I want one of these accents. I can just click on it to input that into the French word. And this is mostly about Coco Chanel. And you'll learn a little bit more about her in the article. I don't want to give away too much about her, but she's known for very simple style wool, things like that. Here, remplacer, they give you like a word bank, right? So same thing, type in the word that's missing, and you're going to see some of these have accents on them. Please make sure you include your accents. Click on this, include the accent where it needs to be. And then the other last one you have is questions with multiple choice answers, okay? Again, I think you're going to do well with this. There's not quite as many open-ended questions as we usually do in class. If there is anything that is a struggle for you as you're reading through it, remember, we're trying to get the gist of what they're saying. You don't have to worry about word for word necessarily. It's more, what is the gist of what they're saying, picking out the most important parts, and then using that to do these activities. Again, I hope you and your family are well, and I will look forward to seeing your answers and results as you guys go ahead and do this assignment. Let me know if you have any questions. Email me, Remind, Google Classroom, whatever you need to do. You're welcome to contact me about any questions you have. Thanks, guys. Au revoir.